Hello and welcome once again to the Youth Organic Garden. Gardening isn't the only thing that you do to become more self-reliant. You also do other things and gain skills and knowledge that you can do yourself, so you don't have to hire people to do it for you. Take plumbing, for instance. When we moved into the place, there was no stopper in this sink and nothing to stop the water in the sink, and then objects could fall down inside here. So what I had to do today is take this all apart underneath here and put an all new gooseneck and everything all the way up to the sink on top. And if I had to buy all the parts, because I'm a scrounger, I gather parts and things. I like to call it Steve's Hardware. And I get save parts, and I had most of the parts to fix this, so I only had to spend about $12 today to put in a whole new drain system in the bathroom sink today. And that's one of those things, skills that if you know how to do, you can save. Calling a plumber, it probably cost you $50 just to get them here. And of course you'd want to put in all new parts, so you're probably talking $75 to $100. I've had 12 on a trip to town, which I had to do anyway today. So yeah, a pretty good way to save some money and do things for yourself. Another thing is building things. I enjoy making stuff, and I was able to recently get a nice big chunk of leather, so I've been working on making some things. I had this hatchet here for a lot of years. Used to be my son's. I inherited it, and I just made this little sheath just to protect the head, and I got about $2 into that with the rivets of the leather, and the string was just a old shoelace. But now that head's nice and protected, don't have to worry about that cutting anybody. Over here, another project I got going. You see my big machete, and I got a case made for it. It's in the progress. I got the handle all molded right now, and got to get it put in, get it trimmed up here. I've never had a sheath for this machete, so that'll be kind of nice. Some of my previous projects, here's another one I just did too. This knife here, this black sheath, I just made this last weekend. Got about $3 into it between the leather and the rivets, so pretty reasonable priced. Got that knife. I think the knife was $20, so for about less than $25, I got a really nice knife and a custom-made sheath that I can wear, and it's just real handy. And the knife fits well, and really enjoy that. Another project I did, this was a year ago or so. I had a big old butcher knife I'd gotten at a garage sale for $1, and it was really beat up, a lot of hard use, and the thing was, I don't know, about 16 inches long altogether. So what I did is I cut the blade at the tip here, and then made this knife and fixed the handle. As you can tell, there's damage in the handle there. I had to cut some of that off, and the blade was dinged up pretty bad, like somebody had pounded with it on the metal. And so what I did is just made it. So got a 5.5-inch blade, custom bushcraft knife, and then I made this sheath for it, just a simple pocket type sheath. Sewed it on with leather lacing, just to something different instead of rivets. And then on the end of that knife, I cut it off, and then I made this little neck knife with it. And this is called the roach belly design. And to dress it up, I put some copper wiring on it, just for fun, just for something different. Then I made this sheath for it also, and the knife just goes in there like that, and then you put that up and carry it around as a neck knife. And this knife here, with the knife and the sheath, two sheaths I should say together, I got less than $20. So I got a nice bushcraft knife, a neat little neck knife, and sheaths to go with them for under a $20 bill. That's pretty good. And here's another knife I've been working on. I don't quite have it done. Having some trouble getting the blade to stay. I've epoxied it a couple times, but this is one I made from an old crosscut saw. I put it in an outdoor furnace we had at our last house, softened the metal, cut the blade all out, then hardened it back up in the wood stove again, and made this, got an antler handle on it. So that's some of the projects that I work on, and as you can tell, I get things done very cheaply, and I learn how to do it yourself. You can do things, that's like the machete back there. The machete cost me $1 at a garage sale, and if you figure $5 into the leather and maybe another $5 into the rivets for it, I'll have $10, $11, have a really decent case and machete to carry in when I'm out in the woods messing around. So there's some things that help you with self-reliance and things you can do yourself, and the skills you can learn are unbelievable. You can watch videos, you can read books, and just start doing things. You're going to make mistakes and do things wrong, but that's how you learn. You learn from experience. So I encourage you to get out and try things, not just gardening, but other things too in life that interest you. Just get out and do them, try them. The worst can go wrong is it can fail, but if you have a good time, then it was a success. So once again, I thank you for watching, and we'll see you here next time on the Youper Organic Garden.